Happy New Year. It's good to be together, good to be joined at this milestone that we've all chosen to agree upon. We have entered a new cycle. We have ended the previous year and we're opening up to a new chapter. I love milestones and I love how we create them. And we make our New Year's resolutions and intentions, and they're powerful. And we also recognize that every day is a new day and has the same level of power to this crossing into the new year. The sun, we've talked about this last year. When we turn over to the new year every year, the sun is in the 38th gene key of perseverance and honor, and at the shadow it's struggle. It's the warrior key. And I feel like this key really infuses the New Year's with this awesome energy of the hero, the warrior, uses every day as an opportunity to face the challenges that have previously limited its potential, its energy, and it uses everything that comes its way as a catalyst, an opportunity for growth. And I feel that with the new year. You know, we're really determined. We're really inspired to change and grow and leave behind that which has not worked and choose something new, and there's this warrior energy to it. So I just want to infuse your intentions and help you to infuse your intentions with the spirit of the warrior that you can use every day, and not just every day, every moment, as this crux point of, am I aligned and aligning, dropping in to the natural way of life, the chi field, the love, you can put it in so many ways, or am I in construct and playing out the shadow through the Maya? Every moment we have the opportunity to navigate towards the upliftment of our highest dreams and ideals. And so I wanted to touch in, I looked at the chart of New Year's Day, and it's sort of like it's like this imprint that we can almost say it could kind of tell a story of what this year might look like. Kind of the same way a solar return chart is. When you look at your own chart of your birthday in that year, it sort of tells a story of what that year might be. So collectively, I saw a couple things that jumped out. One is that Neptune and Mars were conjunct in the sky, and they're in Pisces, and they're in the 37th gene key. And I felt this mobilization of Mars, this action, this passion, and capacity to really make things happen, aligned with our dreams, aligned with our inspiration, and all of the things that we're imagining about what is possible in life, that we have Mars with us to actually give it action. So look into your life, see how that's real for you. Look at your natal Mars, look at your natal Neptune for clues into how you naturally run that energy. And the 37, is the balance of the opposites, and primarily masculine, feminine, as we know it, but yin, yang, and all of that. It's really cold outside, so I'm sort of like moving to keep my blood going. And it sort of brought up this inquiry into how this next year of the Chinese zodiac, which hasn't crossed over yet, later this month, we are going to move into the fire cock, the fire rooster. And this is like, it's kind of like, really? Seriously, after everything that's going on and all the thousands of years of patriarchy and all this, we're going into a super yang, like it's the firecock. I mean, that's super yang. There's a lot of amazing things about that particular elemental and animal sign that we will go into later when it actually does move in. But just to touch on this overemphasis of yang, I feel like the anxiety and the fear accelerating as life looks like it can spin out of control with the powers shifting into the hands of people who seem to really kind of be very firecocky. And how, when you look at it from the perspective of extremes and opposites, breed their opposite. So it's almost like we're being pushed into even more yang so that the yin can be fully activated. There's an awakening of the feminine on the planet, and the yin is coming back. And I had this great realization that helps put this practically into what it might mean that we're activating into the yin. I was out running. In fact, I was walking at first, and then all of a sudden I got all this energy and I just started running. It was amazing, and I was out in the woods. And I ran and I ran, and it felt like the most chi pumping through me, and it was so like dynamic and exciting than I had felt in a long time. And then I found myself later on the trail walking. And I asked myself this question: what if every step, every movement of energy that I'm giving in this really slow way had just as much chi and power and dynamic energy as the running did, and how that felt in my body, but just in this subtle movement? And it was an implosion of the chi field. And so to me, the yin feels like the activation of the living chi field, of the subtle energy that we are. And so to me, this, I just want to extend the invitation of practices, breath practices, movement practices that keep us in line and in touch with chi and the way it moves in our bodies and the way we can soften and relax. It's really cold. I'm like shivering on the inside. I did want to also talk about one other alignment that I saw, which was Uranus is conjunct with the asteroid Ceres in the 51st gene key in Aries, and on New Year's Day it's opposed to Jupiter in Libra in the 32nd gene key. So I just get this sense that we're really being challenged in a way to break free from the limiting belief patterns. And this is sort of like, it's the way to free ourselves, right? Is to break up the constructs. Uranus, liberating the beliefs and the constructs of the Jupiter, way Jupiter can get crystallized, and open up into the gift of Jupiter, where we perceive more reality, we perceive more clearly. Ceres being involved in this, Ceres deals with loss, and you have to learn how to let go and grieve. So there's this letting go process. And my inquiry with this might be, what is it that you're really letting go of in the construct of your mind? You know those stories. You do. You know those patterns you've been coming up against. You've written about them. You've talked about them. They've gotten so clear now. And you're dealing with them on emotional levels and on physical levels, that there's a breaking point. There's a freedom point where things start to get light and we lift out of the density. And now, like that warrior, we can make quick navigational choices in our day-to-day life that move us out of those old zones and into new energy. And there's such a powerful, beautiful, beauty way of reinforcement of just how awesome it is to align with the chi and the vitality of life-affirming yesness and truth. So this is a little glance of a couple things happening right now in the sky and how that might lay the ground of your days. So may this milestone in your life really cast ripples, and may we choose to have milestones every day and live our heroic lives. Okay, tell a compelling story. You'll captivate the audience of your inner psyche. All right, enjoy. Happy New Year.